What's up, everybody? My name is Blue Drake, and today I want to show you what we've been working on. This is a Apache attack helicopter that our developer Yoshi has been implementing into the game. Currently, this is still something that is being play-tested, so this isn't in the official game yet. But if you are someone who has donated to the project, donated on Steam, donated at the high enough tier on Patreon, then you'll be able to join our playtests where we're not just going to be playtesting the attack helicopters, but quite a bit more. But today, I just wanted to go ahead and show you all that this is currently in the game, it's working, and it's a lot of fun. And this is what you have to look forward to when it comes to the future of our game, Operation Harsh Doorstop. And this is going to be completely free for everybody when our game is completely done. So this is what all of your donations and all of your support has been going towards, so let's give it a look. So I'm going to get into the gunner seat here, and as you can see while I'm in the gunner seat, you actually can view it from the cockpit. You can actually see the camera at the front of the helicopter is tracking where I'm looking. And one of the things that was actually implemented for this is a ballistics computer that will calculate the required trajectory in order for the bullets that you're firing to hit the target that you're looking at. So when you look at a specific target, whether you're in the optics, as you can see you can switch into, or even if you're using the helmet-mounted targeting system, the rounds that you fire are always going to hit the point that you are targeting. So there is actually a ballistics computer that's doing all of the required calculations, as it would be in the real world, to ensure that what you're looking at, those cannon rounds are actually going to hit. And this helicopter is multi-crew, so you can have a gunner, you can have a pilot, and you can also have multiple other aircraft, other Apaches fighting with you simultaneously. And just to show off the helmet targeting system, as you can see, whether I fire with the helmet targeting display or the optic, all of the rounds are going to hit the same point. Alright, so now just to kind of show things off a little bit, we're going to have two Apaches operating at the same time. And you can actually free look as a pilot as well. So we're going to take off and we're going to go do a Hydra run on the enemy infantry in the town. Now, I do want to say all of this is still very much a work in progress. Lots of things are not finished. There's lots of things that we still want to add, so this is very much still an early access game. Keep that in mind. But with that said, let's do a sick Hydra run. Dope. So, I don't know if this gets you excited. I hope it does. I know I'm excited, and there's lots of other things that are coming to the game, not just helicopters. And of course, the more support we get, the more we can do. So if you guys want to support the game, please go donate on Steam, join our playtests, and let's make the ultimate free Battlefield competitor on Unreal Engine by ourselves. We're already almost there. Let's get it the rest of the way. So, if you guys have already donated to the project and you want to try out all of this stuff for yourself while it's still in development, you can go to the server browser, go to the section that says supporter only, set it to only show supporter servers, and bam, there it is. You can go and check this out for yourself. Lots of new stuff that we've been working on, not just attack helicopters, new vehicles, new mechanics, new factions, new weapons, all sorts of crazy stuff. So definitely go give this a shot. In fact, it looks like there's already somebody in here flying one of these things, so you go, man. Never gets old. And, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we're still working on. There's a lot of stuff that we're still adding. There's a lot of cool things as well One of the other things that I'm really excited about is the upcoming implementation of tracked vehicles, and I actually really like the method that we're currently using for the interiors of the vehicles. Creating fully modeled interiors is a lot of work, but we still wanted to give that feel like you are still inside the armored vehicle and you're not just like stuck in a viewport. So we have this system where you actually have these free floating viewports that you can actually look through, and you can free look around. And we also have a spring arm set to the camera, so like all of the bumps and the jolts of the vehicle, you actually feel that instead of just being stuck in a viewport. This is obviously going to be important for our future implementation of heavy tanks and all sorts of other vehicles, IFVs, BMPs. We're going to have a variety of different vehicles, wheeled aircraft. Eventually, I would like to get into jets and other types of fixed-wing aircraft, which I'm actually going to talk to you a little bit about here in a second. But I would actually say that this is a great start. So we're going to be working on the M113. We're going to also be working on OP4 counterparts like the MTLB and BMP variants. Lots of really cool vehicles that having tracked vehicles and all of these other systems opening up for us. So really excited to get into that. Another thing that's been pretty cool that Mr. Ponchovi, one of our other developers, has been experimenting with in a mod is the ability to call in airstrikes, which is kind of interesting because there was another Unreal Engine game that released recently that was bragging that they were the only game that you could do this in, but that is just not true. Once you call it in, it takes a little while for the jet to get on station, but once it's here, boom, airstrikes. But at some point, I would really like to have pilotable aircraft in the game, so I'm not sure if this would get in the way of that. So for now, it's just a mod. So I hope you've enjoyed this update. I hope this really shows you all the future that we can have with this game. The entire community has been working on this incredibly hard. A lot of community members have really stepped up. They have joined the official development team. We've had developers from other games come in and join the official development team. Everybody is working incredibly hard on this because we believe in making a completely free Battlefield, squad, Arma, whatever you want to call it, but at least one completely free tactical shooter game that everybody can play, that has mod support, that has single player, that has multiplayer, that has aircraft, that has tanks, that has everything. And it's absolutely possible to do, which I feel like I've shown you in this video. And unlike a lot of other games that have come out and either been scams or been disappointments, Operation Harsh Doorstop is out right now. You can go and play with these Apaches right now. And I feel like things have never been clearer, at least for me, when it comes to not just the potential, because, I mean, at a certain point, it's not even potential anymore. Like, it's here. This isn't me saying, oh, one day. This isn't me saying, oh, well, you know, back my Kickstarter and maybe. This is me saying it's right here. We literally have possibly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make a free Battlefield-style game that everyone can play. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're from. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter. Everyone will be able to play this. And unlike a lot of other games, I feel like you guys saw what happened when Battlefield came out with their game mode Portal, which was supposed to reintroduce all of this ability to modify the game. And I think you guys can see now that that isn't what we wanted. Battlefield Portal is not mod support. Battlefield 2 was the last Battlefield game, and probably will forever be the last Battlefield game that actually had mod support. And our game aims to be the first, and I really mean the first Battlefield game that has real mod support and has real offline single-player support and has all of the things that the Battlefield franchise has abandoned. And we have brought it back because no one else will. No one else will. No one else has, and with the way the industry is going, I don't think anyone else will ever again. There's a couple of indie games that have kind of maybe gotten close to what we're trying to do, but nobody has the balls to go all the way. To have full, offline, single-player support. To have no microtransactions and no microtransaction economy. We don't want weapon skins. We want mods. We want single-player. We want offline. We want multiplayer too. We want all of those things, but we want it in a single package. That's what this is. That is what this is, and we can have it all. We can have it all. But all we need is for everybody, hopefully, to see what we're creating here and come together and support this. So, if you believe in this as much as I do, as much as our development team does, please go download the game on Steam for free. If you were planning on buying some $60 first-person shooter game recently, maybe instead donate to this project so that we can continue to follow through with our vision. I would say at the rate of progress that we are currently at, we are probably a single year away from being on feature parity with games like Battlefield and with games like Squad. 1 year away, which is insane. Some of these other games have had decades, and they haven't done this for some reason. But here's the other thing. When we finish this game, when we get to the finish line, if we do that, if we pull that off, we'll never have to do this twice. Once this game is made, and it's out there, and it's free, it cannot be unmade. And currently, we're on Unreal Engine 4, but it is entirely possible, and we will at some point upgrade to Unreal Engine 5. Unlike, I think, a lot of other projects that have really rushed to get into Unreal Engine 5, we are waiting for Unreal Engine 5 to get a little bit more stable, to be a little bit more refined, and then when that happens, we're going to be a free Unreal Engine 5 tactical shooter. That is not far off. Guys, if we do this, if we can all come together and do this, which we are getting incredibly close to actually doing, it's endgame. It is endgame. And finally, the people who have been playing games like Battlefield and all of these other games and have always wanted what we lost all those years ago when Electronic Arts stopped making games like Battlefield 2, when everybody started making all of their games online only, when everybody started taking out mod support, when everybody started shoving every single type of unimmersive, paid microtransaction skin or item or helmet or hat or anything that they can think of down our throats. When that started happening, we lost all of those games that we grew up with, that we loved so much, and they stopped making games like that, and I don't think they're ever going to make games like that again, which is why we need to make this. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you're not already subscribed, you want to see more about this game, make sure you subscribe, make sure you join the Discord, join the community, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next video. Cheers.